Greetings and welcome back to Castlegoat and to the sound of Ajstow using his dual steel flintlock pistols in training. Now, whether that is actually increasing his gun skill, I have no idea, or whether he's basically pistol whipping the guy with them, I really can't tell. But let's have a look. His gun skill is going up. His gun skill is actually going up. That was 8 to begin with. It is now up to 11. That is fantastic. Usually, if you've got people who use ranged weapons, they can't train with people who don't. But I guess the pistols can be used in melee combat, so he's happily using that. Now, that does raise some questions. Do I really need him to stay at range in that case? I would like him to, so let's go ahead and tell him to maintain distance. Simply so that he will avoid getting smacked in the face, really. Now, you may have noticed, Merchant from the Musical Tooth has arrived. He has arrived there. Well done, Merchant for the Musical Tooth. You win. Yeah. As much as I love trading with you, there is no way I'm going out there to try and undertake the massive project that it would be to get you down. Sorry, but no. Right, as for in here, though, let's continue digging some ramps down. Once that's done, I can... Well, in fact, I can just do the whole thing at this point. There we go. And then we'll dig it in a little bit, and we will almost be ready. I have set up a new forge. This forge is set to smelt the slivers, and I have put them... Now, you may wonder why I've done this instead of just having bar on repeat. It is specifically so that they will prioritize the more valuable items to me. So that's platinum, gold, silver, steel, iron, bronze, malachite, copper, and tin, in that order. I don't have any lead slivers, so the bar repeats down there at the bottom, or any... Oh, actually, no, I do have platinum. But that will actually help anything that I don't have specifically at the moment. They'll still get smelted. They'll just be out of position in the priority queue. Now, another thing we're doing. I have done some trading. Quite a lot since you've been gone. I've traded away most, if not all, of our trade goods in order to buy some gold. Now, here I've got iron bars. Ooh, I think we may have the anvil. Oh, that is fantastic. This can go back down to 4 and can actually drop down a little further then in that case. Excuse me. Now, I would like the... Well... No, bronze is going to go down there with copper. Iron too, I feel. I want to prioritize getting stuff that we can use for trade goods, but I am going to have steel at the very top there. This is too precious to us for us not to craft. And go ahead and craft up to 4. I am going to need quite a lot of this to make anything. In fact, how much is it for a chest piece? Let me just check. How much does it cost to make a breastplate? 4 armor plates. Okay, that's fine, because an armor plate only takes 2. So yeah, 4 is pretty much the most we'll ever need of anything. But they will now start making steel again. But we've got rose gold bars. Now, the thing with rose gold is you get 4 rose gold bars for 3 gold bars and 1 copper bar. But rose gold bars, each bar of rose gold is worth exactly the same and can be used in exactly the same way as a bar of pure gold. It's got exactly the same value and affects things made of it in exactly the same way price-wise. In fact, in every way, that I understand. But the nice thing here is that you're getting 4 effectively bars of pure gold value metal in exchange for 3 bars worth of pure gold value metal and 1 bar's worth of copper value metal. So it's a worthwhile trade, I feel. So I've got steel to be made, rose gold bars, which are made for the rose gold. Yeah, we'll leave that there. Then silver, then iron, bronze, copper, tin, and malachite. I may actually drop the gold down, but we'll leave it like that for now. Now, hopefully, once that's done, we'll actually be able to get some nice statues going. We've got a couple of copper statues, a bunch of silver statues. However, Let me just have a quick look in there. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 silver statues. Got 6 along the back. You know what? I think it may be quite nice to have a couple of rose gold statues. But for now, let's see if we've got that extra anvil. So we want to build workshop, metal, and we would like a... What do we want? A metal worker. Do we have an iron anvil? We do! Fantastic! A basalt hearth. And, no, we don't have any pine bellows. Okay, well, I'll get that sorted in just a moment. Pine bellows, please, my good men's. And women's. And gnomes. Bellows. There we go. You may hear a little bit of a rattle in my voice. I do apologize. I've got a bit of a sore throat at the moment, so you'll have to forgive me if I don't sound my usual self. But we're doing okay over here. We're still pulling that down. It won't take us too much longer. Oh, you're tired. Never mind. Now, our soldiers have been doing pretty good as well. Let's see about cleaning some stuff up down here, though, because everything is a bit of a mess. People have just left their equipment wherever it was when I gave the order to strip. Perhaps I shouldn't have given them the order to strip. That may have been a bit of the problem. Now, one thing I'm considering doing out here is, for the time being, whilst we're continuing to use the trap maze right now, I'm thinking of building a couple more, of extending this out a little bit. And I actually quite like that idea, so let's go ahead and do that. And let's also... I know I've only just made a bunch of mechanical bases, but I would actually like some more traps. So, let's have some blade traps. That's going to require, well, blade traps. We'll have one there, another one there, and then a spike. One there, another one there, then a spike. I think that would be pretty good at that point. So then let's get the walls built. We want that out of dirt. And this is a pretty simple little trap gauntlet, I guess you could say. Now we want to make a bunch of those mechanism bases into trap bases if we can. Let's have a quick look. A blade trap requires a trap base requires a mechanism base, and a spring. So we want 10 of these. Well, actually, no, we don't want 10. We want quite a lot, though. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the moment. Well, I could set up the spike traps. In fact, I think I will. And that sounds like I've got some mail. I shall check that later. Now, self-power trap. We want spike traps. These will be going behind doors. So one there, and one there. So we want, in total, 8 trap bases, please. Let's go ahead and set these up. Bronze, yeah. There we are. Then we are going to want 5 of these. And 3 of these. In fact, we've already got the bronze spikes. Fantastic. There we are. Right, well, that should all be taken care of. It's just a matter of it being built at this point. We want 1, 2, 3 new basalt doors. How many basalt doors do we have? We may actually have enough. No, we do not. That is a shame. Right, okay, well, let's get a couple more made then. There we go. That shouldn't be too bad. Now, I'm just going to watch over this for a moment. Ideally, we can get that mined out quite quickly. Looks like they're already starting to build. Is the mining distracting them up there? Possibly. Now, we are due a goblin attack fairly soon, I think. So I'm a little bit on edge with that. My God, you guys are fast. You have clearly been eating your Weetabix. Is that made? Yes, it is. Fantastic. Right. Now, let's have a quick look. I want this to be... Actually, I want the blacksmith to be priority 2 and the metal crafter to be priority 3. And what have I got set up? I've got copper statuettes, up to 32 of them. Yeah, we'll go with that, I think. We'll just set that up now. And we would like it made out of copper. Craft 2, 32. There we go. The rest we'll make specifically when the time comes. How many copper statues did I want, though? 4. Then I really should stop making all those bloody statuettes, shouldn't I? How about I make malachite statues instead? That'll probably be a little bit easier to set up. I still haven't changed the rooms yet. I do need to do that, but that will come with time. Now, they've almost already done all of the walls there, which I'm pretty happy with. We also need some more doors, and once we've got all of this set up, I'll feel a lot more confident about working on the trap system outside. In one way, having these extra traps here may kill off more of the raiders before they get through. It might even encourage killing all of the raiders before they get through, which would result in goblin raids, at least some of the time, just turning around before it actually gets to become a problem for us. That would be quite nice. It looks like someone is aiming to work on that. Fantastic. Chop, chop. Ooh. My alarm to water the plants has gone off. I must remember that now as well. Oh, so many things I must remember to do once I'm finished recording. I'm not sure my brain can take it. Alright, there we are. That should all be good then. As soon as they built that door and that wall and the trap bases are ready, we will be cooking with fire. Fantastic. Now, as for my soldiers, poisonous ancients are off shift. Ooh, a message from the love slave has arrived. Well done. Alas, we do not have our merchant from Musical Tooth. But it looks like our soldiers are back up there, gathering some fruit. I approve of this quite mightily, in fact. But the game is lagging just a little bit. Is water doing something crazy? I don't like it when Gnomoria starts to lag, because it's generally a fairly well-behaved game. Water is going a little bit odd in there. Well, it's either that, or there could be beetles nesting somewhere and going bonkers because I've awoken them from their long slumber. But what we need to do down here is build a stairs up out of blocks. Not that we've got any basalt blocks at the moment. And also we want to build a wall torch. So furniture, wall torch. Right, let's get that set up. I'll continue building down there. Let's get everything sorted. That I'm really liking our little tunnel right down. I'll probably continue that all the way down. If ever I actually get to the point where spiders spawn, we will go and slaughter a few in honor of spider slaughter. Now, how are you guys doing in here? You've already got a malachite statue. Fantastic work. I'm very impressed. Now then, Sir Prancy, you shall be the first to have a new statue. Let's get that out of the way. Chop, chop. Right, there we are. And build furniture statue. We'll try and drive up the value of your room just a little bit. There we go. Now, any more traps being built? No, none yet. That is a shame. But it'll come. How's things going down there? I'm not sure, actually. But our inventors are rushed off their feet. There are an awful lot of... Ooh. Oh, I'm sorry about that, gnome. But there are an awful lot of workshops for only 2 gnomes to be manning. Stop doing that, gnome. We've got these 3 and this one, which are all run by the inventors. Ooh, are we going to have an invasion? Is the music changing? No. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to pause the video here, and I'm going to continue letting time pass and probably working on this as well. And when you return, we might even have some more traps built. So I shall see you in a few moments. Okay, without much announcement, it seems we have a couple of mounts. Yeah, you'd think I would have had more time to notice them, considering how many more doors there to go through, but no, that isn't the case. Before we get to the fighting, though, I know you're eager to see how the new military is going to work. I'm just going to cover a few things that have changed. We have expanded the silver statues in the Great Hall. The Great Hall is now worth 46,000 gnome bucks. We've done a little bit more work up here. There's still plenty to do, though. And regarding the personal quarters for our military. The shield bearers, they still have the same rooms, though Sir Prancy does have a malachite statue there. Lizzie will soon have one of her own as well. Adgestow, though, being the captain of our fortress guard, has a very large room. A little window there, a little window there, a little balcony out there. His bed has been moved. There's a torch there, 2 statues still. And a little personal kind of office where he can pen his memoirs. His room is now worth 3,996. Not a great difference, honestly, but we might be able to bump that up perhaps with more statues. I'm not sure, really. I don't think I'm going to add much more to this room. It's a quite nice, large room there for him. And up here, we are changing things up. We still need statues for these 2 rooms, for Troll of Reason and Elven Dwarf. But this room is going to be turned into a military planning room. We might have some sort of central table area with chairs, or maybe chairs up against the walls. I'm not really sure about that yet, but this is going to be where our military go to strategize. So that's how I'm going to be using that space. And then we're going to cap the barracks off at that point. We'll get some nice roofs around there, and maybe around the whole structure as a whole, I think, and just finish that off. We'll cap it off. That is it for the barracks at that point. But now to war. It is 7:50, so we want the poisonous ancients there. Now we're going to see how Adgestow does with his gun skill of, let's see, what's it up to now? 14. That's not too bad. We are also working on oh my goodness, what on earth happened there? Something interesting happened there. But we are also working on making battle axes, warhammers, and 2 steel hand axes for our 2 warriors. Is there anything else we need to cover? I have stopped. I've stopped the construction of the traps around there. This was before the mount attack, because we had a merchant arrive from the Rainy Year. He's gone. He's been out there being very unhappy with his lot in life for quite some time, just derping back and forth, never coming into the fort. Oh, have you actually made it in now? Maybe you have. Oh, interesting. I think you might have actually made it in now. But I thought perhaps the under construction traps may have been the cause for his derpiness, but we shall soon see. Now, these guys are going to probably march straight up there and attack, actually. Are they going up there to attack? Because they do have defend gnomes on. They may be on their way out. Yes, they are. Okay, then. Well, in that case, I can go ahead and put you back to training down there. Okay, right. What's the damage then? There's 1 over there by the looks of it. And however many we see on the military screen. There are... ooh, quite a few. Quite a few indeed. They're in 3 groups, so we should easily be able to see. There are 5 there. 8. Oh, okay, 11. So 12 in total. This shall be interesting, I feel. Okay, well, we need the alarm bell rung then. Go ahead and sound the alarm. And the militia can go and chill out. Right. Adgestow is already fired. Let's just check out if he did much damage there. Troll of Reason bashes with the leader of smoke. Oh, okay. Adgestow, Mant, and Sir Prancy. Lizzie, Elsa Dwarf. My god. Right, well, I'm hoping Lizzie is taunting that group fight, and Sir Prancy's taunting this one, but Adgestow has fired. steel musket round from his steel flintlock pistol at the man, hitting the left arm and piercing through the chitin. The man's left arm has been mangled. Sir Prancy bashes with the grubby ruler at the man, hitting the left leg and smashing the chitin. The man falls to the ground. But there we are. Just, he hit it and it was destroyed. Mangled is effectively destruction in this game. Now then, we want to send in... Who else do we wish to send? We would like to send the rumoured... Well, no, we'll give them a few more moments to get everyone's attention there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who's... Oh, Revoking, you brave, crazy guy. Right, we need to send everyone in then. So, let's see. We want the rumoured strikers and the might ringers. Let me just double check that Revoking doesn't have... defend knows it. They shouldn't. Let's just be absolutely certain on that. No, shouldn't have defend knows. He must just have spotted him. Okay. Well, Revoking, try not to die. I would hate to see you die. One mount is already down. We should hear whenever Adstov fires his weapon. There we go. 2 shots. Let's see what just happened. Azo shoots the steel musket round from his steel flintlock pistol at the man, hitting the head, piercing through the chitin, and piercing through the brain. The man's head has been mangled. The man has died. Boom! Headshot, I feel, is the correct response in this moment. My goodness. Right arm has been... This is fantastic. Azo's just like, yep, I got this, guys. You just keep them distracted. I will just keep killing them. Fantastic. I hope it's this effective against goblins. And again, another 2 shots. Let's check that out. If this really is a case of every time he hits something, it is utterly destroyed. Elitis killed it, slicing through the heart. No. Oh, no. Steel flintlock pistol at the man, hitting the thorax, piercing through the chitin and piercing through the right lung. Okay, well, he's seriously hurt him there. Yep. This was a fantastic idea. Truly stupendous. And they're falling like flies. Ant-man flies. Right, okay. We would like this one killed as well, please. Adsto. I'm just going to send the Poisonous Ancients. I don't think we need the Rumoured Strikers or the Might Ringers for this one. Oh, Adsto's going and collecting some ammunition by the looks of it. How much ammo have you now got? Let's just double check. He has got 18 of 32. Well, that's not too bad. You used up a fair bit in that fight, but that's okay on the whole, I feel. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why are you moving so slow there, Lizzie? Are you alright? Fallen over. Okay. As long as you've just fallen over and you're not actually, like, you know, badly wounded. Oh, okay. That was rather uneventful. But my lord. Wow. That's all I have to say is wow. That weapon is fantastic. I think I can say with some confidence that our test has come through positive. Our military is awesome. Right, let's repair those doors. There we go. There are now an awful lot of doors to repair. There we are. I think one of them lost their arm going through the blade traps. And those are only bronze. If we made those steel blade traps, they would be phenomenally powerful. I think bronze has a multiplier for damage. Copper, and I assume malachite, because malachite is functionally equivalent to copper, has a damage multiplier of 1. So you've got your base damage if it's copper, at least. Anything lower than that, so wood, bone, whatever it might be, has a negative multiplier. So you're going to lose a little bit of the base damage. But bronze has a damage multiplier of 1.9. Now, I'm not sure what iron has, but I know that steel has a damage multiplier of 5.2. We are going to have a fight with the goblins as well. Well, at least we managed to reset all the traps. But steel has a damage multiplier of 5.4, I believe, which is quite significant, as you might imagine. So, okay, there's one. There's his friends. Oh, really? Got a rather small posse of attackers there, goblins. Perhaps that enormous attack that we had before was based on the update. Some sort of change to the way it's calculating things now. You may wonder what this room is for. That's going to be for storing all of our trade goods from now on. Or at least once I've built it. Okay, well, I'm a little surprised. Oh, there we are. There we are. Ah, they were hiding. Right, what have we got here? Oh, only 2 goblin soldiers, though. I'm actually a little bit surprised by that. Oh, in fact, I'm quite surprised. Right, well, I may as well ring this bell. Let's get the alarm bell rung. Get all of my civilians indoors. Let's see how this goes for the goblins. We may see there are very few raiders. We may see all of them die here. In which case, the entirety of this attack force will bail. Let's actually see this going on. He's just wailing on the door there, and he's about to get let through by his friends, and splat. I imagine man's right arm, goblin left leg. We may see quite a few of them die through this. Yeah, he's pretty badly hurt. Now the other thing is, from getting wounded this early on, he's got a lot further to try and walk now, while still being quite nastily wounded. So he might just die. You're triggering the traps on each other. Oh, that's not nice. But they're actually getting through. 2 of them are pretty badly wounded, though. Lots of blood. One has bled to death. The others may soon be to follow. You are about to get utterly destroyed. I pity you. Yeah, they didn't even work up a sweat on that one. Another goblin has bled to death. I actually think we may be about to see the 3 soldiers and 2 fighters bail out. We'll see. How badly wounded are you, Goblin Raider? Missing his left leg, is bleeding from his left leg, can no longer walk. Well, if you can make it to about there, then my military will engage. Otherwise, your friends will live. It would be the selfless thing for you to just kill yourself right now. Swallow your tongue. Let your friends live. They will die. Ah, too late. You've doomed them to death. You selfish little git. Oh well. It's not my place to judge you, I suppose. Well, actually, it is my place to judge you, you selfish little git. That is my judgment. Right, okay, well, let's get... The Poisonous Angels are already engaged. We'll get the Rumored Strikers and the Might Ringers involved in this one as well. We want to get them as much training as possible. What are you doing? Can you shoot through a door? I wonder. Oh. I'm hoping that we're not getting horribly wounded there, but I think we might be. No, the goblins are all going down pretty quickly, actually. Let's check out the combat log. And immediately see... Oh wow, swung with my bronze hand axe at the goblin, hitting the upper body and cutting the worn steel breastplate. The goblin is having trouble breathing. Yay me. And also did it to him as well. I think I may have taken his arm off. No, I didn't take his arm off. Ah, there we go. Alright, poking the worn steel greave, so it can't go through steel. But it has quite high pierce. Ooh, Lizzie's feeling faint. Hitting the upper body and poking the steel breastplate. Oh no, that's not good. But bullets have piercing damage. So Prancy, Goblin is suffocating, Goblin has died. We want to have another look for... My goodness, I'm getting quite a few in here. Slicing through the skin, slicing through the abdominal muscles. Ugh. That's not going to be good for him. Elitus, the same. Revocane as well. I want to find some more stuff from Ashstow, though. Let's have a look. I'll only spend a little bit more time looking. Nothing going on. Oh wow, shoots a steel musket round from his steel flintlock pistol at the goblin, hitting the upper body and piercing through the heart. My lord, you're rather accurate there. Anything else? Or is that it? No, here we are. Shoots steel musket round, flintlock pistol hitting the lower body, piercing through the worn iron breastplate, poking the skin, poking the abdominal muscles, piercing through the guts. So it can go through iron, it just can't go through steel. Well, you know what? If the only thing you can't pretty much one-shot, or at least mangle an organ, is on a steel-equipped goblin, I am perfectly alright with that. Alright, let's get the alarm bell rung. And that is it for this episode. So we have seen the new military in action. It is honestly kind of frightening how powerful those guns are. I think I'm going to... No, I'm going to let these guys get steel weapons at the very least. But then we will be moving up to getting some more steel flintlock pistols for Aavak and Revocane. Oh, it's going to be fun times ahead. But that is it from us at Castlegoat. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode. I hope you will be joining us for the next. But until then, and as always, do take care. And a merchant from the Love Land has arrived.